Hi. So today I am back in Leh, which you can probably see behind me there. I am up above Leh Palace, just here, which is just on a ridge, sort of in the middle of town. And then across the valley, buried beneath all that cloud, is the Stok range and Stok Kangri. So I came off Stok Kangri on Sunday, and it ended up being a bit of a different trip from what I expected. The trekking was really good. I felt strong on the Friday and the Saturday, walking in to the first camp, and then which is called Mont Carmel, and then to base camp at 4,800 meters. And yes, I felt good, but the night that we arrived at base camp, about 60 mountaineering students descended on base camp and were quite noisy, which meant that I didn't get to sleep till about 9:30 p.m. on the Saturday night. And then on Sunday morning at about 1:45 we started, I got up to start preparing breakfast and things. So I got only about 3 hours sleep, which was not much. And then so we left base camp at about 1:30, and we got to it was all going well. It was a bit cold, but it was all going well. And then both my guide and I started feeling quite sick, quite nauseous. And my guide's a local, and he isn't normally susceptible to altitude sickness, and he didn't think that it was altitude sickness, but rather something that we ate for breakfast. We probably ate a little bit too much for breakfast, at least too much for our bodies to handle at 1 a.m. And so we're both feeling quite nauseous. He was nearly throwing up. I did throw up at about 4 a.m. And that was sort of a bit of a death blow, really, to the trip. And you know, having thrown up, all my insides were sore. Just the muscles and things, making it difficult to breathe deeply. And then I think just running on an empty stomach, I just had no energy. And so we soldiered on for about another hour and a half, and got to 5,800 meters, so 1,000 meters ascent. And at that point, I felt that I was still feeling quite sick. I felt that if we pressed on to the summit, I probably wouldn't have enough energy to get all the way back down. And we were walking up a glacier, and it was just hard work. So we decided to turn around, and which I think was definitely a good call, because the weather was also closing in. As you can see, it's all buried in cloud at the moment, and so it's been snowing up on the mountain the last couple of days. And so it was about -20 at 5:30 in the morning when we turned round, and it was just bitterly cold. We were sheltered from the wind, but my hands were cold, my feet were cold. My body was not cold, thanks to my awesome Equinox jacket from Macpac. That was a lifesaver, thank you. But we could look up, and just as the sun was just sort of starting to lighten the sky a bit, and we could see the clouds racing over the peak, and so I think it would have been bitterly cold up on the peak. And so we decided to turn around, and which was a wise decision. As we got back to base camp, it started snowing, and so I think the weather and sort of just not feeling well were the two reasons we turned around. So I have been a bit disappointed that we didn't make it to the top. Sort of after all of this planning and stuff, it's a bit of a I was disappointed not to be able to make it, but it was fantastic to be able to make 5,800 meters. That's a new personal best in terms of altitude. And so I was encouraged by the fact that it was all going well up until the point that I threw up. So that was good. But then also encouraging is just coming off the mountain, I just felt totally smashed, just really utterly spent. And because we had to come off the mountain because of the weather, but I've just been really encouraged by how quickly I've bounced back. And I think, so yesterday I sort of rested, and but I felt pretty good, and today as well. Today's Tuesday, and so that's been a real encouragement. I think that bouncing back has been the result of, you know, just good food, and but then also good supplements. And so a big thank you goes out to Mitre Q and Greg McPherson for their supply of supplements. They have been fantastic, and the supplement has been amazing in terms of energy, and particularly I think in terms of recovery. So thank you for that. Thank you also for this GoPro. It's awesome, and so thank you. And we'll talk to you later. See ya.